Look at here. George Barna, in his book, The Second Coming of the Church, writes, despite the activity of thousands of congregations, the American church is losing influence and adherence faster than any other major institution. He said that the church is at risk. He said he believed that the church in America is no more than five. The average church, the average church is about 5 years, and then it fails. Do you understand that? We have a whole lot of church starts, and they last about 5 years, and then they fail. Aire Baptist Church has been here 79 years and still going strong. In the height of this church, they had over 800 members in worship. They had 2 services and a Hispanic service going on this property. They sponsored missionaries across the world. And then they went from an outward-focused church to an inward-focused church, and the church began to decline. When they was at the height, these 2 buildings that you see here, first 2 buildings, they are army barracks that came from the army base down the street here. When they were at their height, they built this building that we now are sitting in and worshiping in. And since I've been here as pastor, we have renovated this entire property. We didn't have a whole lot of people. We just had a few faithful members. Amen. Them 2 little old ladies right there always fussing at me. They fed 124 students from the University of Texas 3 meals a day. Amen. Amen. They took care of all the food. I was walking around here crying, sisters, stop crying, Pastor, because I couldn't believe it. But I believed it, but I just couldn't believe it. We didn't have no money. But the work was what? Being done. Do y'all understand that? What happened, John L. Jefferson, that made it happen? Well, the people that were here and that are still here, they had in their mentality a spirit of growth. You have to have a mentality that means you are always thinking about what the next move is to get the church in the position that it needs to be. So when we get there, we can do whatever God has for us to do. So we have to have a mentality of growth. And what else, John? Well, I tell you, don't be rushing me, trying to get there. We had definite plans. The plan was that we will become an outward-focused church. The plan was that we will be a multi-generational, multi-ethnic, multicultural church. We wasn't just going to be an everyday, ordinary black Baptist church. We were going to be a church where anybody from any race, any nationality could come and worship God in this place. And we still have that plan. And whether you believe it or not, if you've been around here long enough, we have had worship in Spanish up in here. I ain't lying. Ask somebody. We've brought God's people together because we have a plan. We have a plan to connect. We have a plan to grow. We have a plan to serve. And we have a plan to go. The next